Hey guys, hope all is going well. I think it's been a couple days since I did a video, so I figured I'd jump on and say hi and what's up. My dog just dug up a rawhide. It's been, by the looks of it, in the ground for weeks. Pretty disgusting. Now he's licking the dirt off of it. Delightful. So, housekeeping real quick. Got the scallion. It's the Savinelli 320 KS Foresta model. So, are any of you guys excited about the St. Patty's pipe, or not St. Patty's, St. Nicholas pipes? My Savinelli put out. I'm still on the fence if I want to get one or not. I know they did a 320 years ago that had that green stem on it that I really liked, but now that I have this Foresta, I don't want to get the 320 in such a similar color pattern. But there's a couple other shapes I'm thinking about. In it, Orango Balkan Supreme. It's good stuff. It's not my favorite Balkan. There's almost something a little bit harsh in the back of your throat with it. And I get a little bit of soapiness from it. Nothing crazy. And that'd be from the Latakia. The reason I grabbed this one today is actually not my first pick. I reached for my HU Balkan Passion. And I couldn't open the tin, so I grabbed this instead. Now, it's not a new tin. It's a tin that I've had for a little while, and they do reseal pretty well, those HU tins. But I have an issue. I went to go see the doctor yesterday for it. I get like seasonal arthritis in my hands. I know it's not a thing. I know, I'm aware, but I do. Spring and fall, with weather changes, my hands just hurt all the time. It's mostly just isolated to my hands. And it makes, doing my jobs more difficult. And I talked to my doctor about it a while ago, about maybe a year ago. And he said next time it flares up, come in and we'll get some blood taken and check for inflammation markers. Okay, well, the other day it started acting up. And, by the time you make an appointment, it's a couple of days before they can see you. And then all of a sudden, it's not bothering you anymore. So what the hell's the point? So this time, though, I don't know if you can tell, these two fingers are very swollen on the side of my hand. See the size comparison to the other hand? They're very swollen. I can't make a fist with them. This is pretty much like the resting position for those fingers. All right? Like, I can use these fingers just fine. These three just fine. But these other two, not really moving much. They're very swollen. Top of my hand hurts. That's a new thing. So I went to go see my doctor. They took a bunch of blood yesterday. Wants me to go get an x-ray on the hand tomorrow. And he has me on 40 milligrams of prednisone, which is quite a bit, for a couple of days. See if that helps. If it's an autoimmune thing, to knock it down a little bit. It's no idea why my hand is swollen though. And it's been a couple days now. In the last couple days, I've been going to bed and hoping when I wake up in the morning it'll be all fixed. It hasn't, obviously. It makes cleaning up at the gym very difficult at night. Trying to pick up and rack 45-pound plates. It's amazing what you can do with just these three, though. I'll tell you that. A stupid way I have to hold my lighter too. So yeah, that's been interesting dealing with that. Both my day job and working at the gym tend to be a little more on the physical side, so this makes life difficult. We started the prednisone this morning, so hopefully in a day or two that'll remedy itself. And then my wife is down and out as well. 2 weeks ago, we all had colds, and she doesn't simply get a cold. It always escalates to either pneumonia or sinus infection. And it escalated to pneumonia for her. That's been remedied. But ever since, she's had severe pain in her lower back. Possibly something from all the coughing, but so today's what, Thursday? So Tuesday I left work early, took her to a specialist. They don't see anything wrong with her, so they're assuming it's muscular, so she's on muscle relaxants for that. So between her back and she can't bend over and pick anything up, and my dominant hand not working very well, it's interesting. It has been an interesting week. Hopefully both of these problems will be remedied shortly. Taking our son to Legoland next week. 2 days in the park. Spend the night in one of their Lego rooms at the hotel there. It's only like 40 minutes from us, but it's our trip for the summer, so we're sort of making the most of it and whatnot. So, but obviously that's going to be very difficult for my wife, who's struggling to walk, and obviously, only having one hand makes everything else difficult. But like I said, hopefully that'll be remedied by next week. Also, just wanted to take a moment, if you guys have not watched Paladin's last video about his dad. He's not doing too well, so if you're the praying sort, keep Paladin's dad in your thoughts. And real quick, I think today, or maybe tomorrow, is the last day for Rudy Verkreisen and Saldog Piper for their giveaway to celebrate their 200 subscriber reaching 200 subscribers. So congratulations again to both of you two. If you don't follow them, please go do that, because they're both great channels. Both guys I'd love to meet up with at some point. So real quick, I'll just do a very brief VR to you guys. Hold on one second. And through the magic of YouTube, I'm back. So the VR is in response to their Dog Days of Summer theme. And the question was, on the hot days of summer, what is your sort of your favorite go-to meals? Or and it's funny because we've actually had a nice cool down here. It's only 70 degrees today for the high, which is great. This has been very nice. Of course, that's probably why my seasonal arthritis is kicking up, as I'm referring to it as, until they find something better to call it for me. So there aren't really too many, really changed too much, regardless of what the weather is. Yeah, I can't say that I tend to eat a bit less during the summer, especially on the hotter days. Yeah, I don't really change too much for meals. The big difference, so I normally have like 2 cups of coffee a day. I have one in the morning before I go to work, and then I'll have a cup of coffee in the morning at work, if time allows. And really the main difference is all right, let me know if any of you guys feel the same way about this. For me, my first cup of coffee in the morning, I don't care. It needs to be hot coffee. Iced coffee just doesn't, I don't know. It's not, I think it's just my routine. But the first cup of coffee for me, regardless, I don't care if it's 95 degrees and humid, first thing when I wake up, that first cup of coffee needs to be hot. After that, though, if it's hot outside, I will switch to iced coffee. So that's one change that I'll make. The little treat, I guess, that I look forward to when it's really hot outside. Locally, just over the Connecticut border, which is like not even 5 minutes down the road from me, there is a little ice cream and candy shop called Deborah Ann's, and they make all of their own ice creams there. So if I'm in the area and it's a really hot day, I'll stop by there. If it's just me, I'll swing by and grab a milkshake real quick. And then another thing that we do, a family event, is we'll go as a family. They've got a couple outdoor seating areas, so we'll go as a family, and we'll bring the dog, and we'll get the dog a scoop of vanilla ice cream in a bowl, and we'll sit outside there and eat our ice cream, and the dog will eat his ice cream. It's just a nice little treat that we all do together every once in a while. So I guess that would be my answer. Oh, great ice cream. Support a local business. So yeah, that's my VR to you guys. I'll tag both channels in this video, so if you're not subscribed, please do consider going over and subscribing to them. And that's it for today. It'll be a shorter one, so like I said, keep Paladin's dad in your prayers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.